Hey you guys, in this video I'm going to keep it very, very simple. You guys requested a video with this specific mat from an office supplies video that it was in the background of, and I tapped and scratched on it a bit amongst other items. But I received lots of comments asking for a video just with mat, so I really hope you enjoy. There's a no talking version that I put out on the channel that's an hour long of just this mat. And this will be obviously a talking version, softly speaking with you as we discover all the amazing sounds of this magical mat. Can any of you guess what this is? So technically it's like kind of like a sticker wall piece. I don't know what to call it. Like almost like if you were going to do a backsplash or something, a wallpaper in your room, and you had like a peel and stick version of it, a very cheap one at that. This is what this is. I found it at a random store here in Egypt that had these like sections of, I guess you can call them plastic tiles, and this was one of them, and I just loved all the different like I don't know how well you can see since the camera is above, but all the different heights of each of these little kind of bumps, you hear them? They're like different heights, some of them, they're kind of like bubbled up. In a little while I'll grab a pen and a few other things to make some different sounds on the towel, but for most of the video I'll scratch or run my nails along the mat only. If this was good quality, like I really love the colours and the design, but it really is just like a plastic, and you could see if you turned it over that the back is not very strong, and there's kind of a almost like a long piece of paper you pull off so you can attach it then to the wall like a giant sticker sort of. It's got kind of a light blue-grey colour, then the gold, kind of ivory colour, and like a very muted, I don't know, maybe you call it a sage, like a muted green sage. And some of the little bubbles kind of have those colours mixed, kind of marbled like together. And then you can also see that there's different sizes in the like horizontal lines. Some small ones, some big ones. I just like the whole thing. It's quite soft actually. That's my ring there, going against the plastic. So, you guys know that I like to tell you stories about mishaps in my life once in a while. I had a funny one the other day. I'm newly married and we're kind of figuring out the sleeping situation, sleeping in the same bed, and like we have a bed that's up against the wall on one side and the other side it's not against the wall, and there's kind of a gap between the bed and the wall that's just small enough for my phone to like slip through. And I watch ASMR videos when I fall asleep sometimes, you know, or if I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't fall asleep, I'll pop a video on, and so I want to keep my phone nearby for that reason, and so sometimes it falls through the crack, the little space there, and it's happened several times, and we kind of figured out this method where you kind of lift part of the mattress up and put your hand through some of the like wood slots anyway, and kind of grab it. Well, the other day I was waking up by myself. My husband was already out of the room in another area and couldn't like hear in here, so my alarm went off, but my phone had fallen and didn't realise it, so it started, you know, repeating itself. But I was in one of those, you know, those parts of your sleep cycle where you can't move, you don't want to, you don't even care that the alarm's cycling over and over and over. You're like, let it be, I could sleep through that. But I finally, and I do have a little trick. If that has happened before, sometimes I can say, I won't say it because my phone will stop recording, but you can say HEY and then SIRI, right? And the alarm will stop because it wants to stop and ask you what you need. I tried that, but it didn't work because apparently my phone was flipped downwards, and I don't know if this is true for you guys, but when my phone is screen up, I can talk to SIRI, but if it's down, she does not respond. Is that the same for you guys? It's really interesting. So apparently it was screen face down, and I could not turn it off by getting its attention. So I laid there for quite some time with the alarm, just kept going and cycling and cycling. I kept thinking, how long will this really go for? I don't usually let it go that long. I'm grabbing a pen here just to do a little bit of kind of tracing a bit with the designs. Anyway, so back to my phone in the crack. It's down there. And I decide, because my husband's not there, to like try on my own to lift the corner of the mattress up and like stick my hand through. You can imagine that didn't work. I tried that several times, like a goof, like 3 times too many. Finally I get on my stomach and like to go under the bed to grab it, because that's like my last ditch effort, like for me to get it on my own, unless my husband's there to pull the mattress back. I just have to like go under bed. But we have like boxes of different things under the bed, and I've got ASMR boxes, and I've got some different like winter clothing boxes, etc. So I remove all of those boxes and I slide on my stomach, like literally like on my stomach, trying to go back and forth to wiggle my way to the wall where my phone is. And I'm still in that like half awake state. Like I wasn't, my body was not awake. The alarm went off in the middle of like my REM cycle or something, you know, my brain was not there. And so I start like kind of laughing to myself because I'm under the bed, there's some boxes on either side of me, and I'm like, had pulled out the boxes that were, you know, in the lane where my phone would be. And of course it's still going off. I'm still hearing the sound over and over and over. So I'm pulling the boxes out. I can barely see straight or think straight. I start wiggling under the bed to like try to get to the end. And I find it. I grab my phone. I found something else too. That was kind of funny. There was something else there that I had forgotten had fallen through the crack like a few days prior. The little thing that holds my phone. It's like a little IKEA wood stand. Anyway, that was there. Grabbed that. I don't know. I can't tell you what happened next because it makes no sense that I would do this. But I'll just tell you the series of events for me, and then we'll kind of go back and look at it together. So I grab my phone. I grab the wood IKEA phone holder, and I just kind of, what's the word, like wiggle back out from under the bed. And it's a big procedure, guys. I was like sweating, I'm half asleep, I'm laughing to myself. I'm like just laughing. I just because I can't really explain how. You have to be very low. It's not like just a reach under the bed. Like you have to be kind of flat and wiggling, and it looks really funny to anyone that is maybe seeing you from behind, right? So I'm kind of laughing to myself. I get out, I put all the suitcases, everything back, and then I had stopped my phone when I picked it up. I turned off the alarm, obviously, and I proceed to look around to grab my phone, and I can't find it. I can't find my phone or the wood bit anywhere. I'm looking everywhere. I'm like, how could I literally just grabbed it and wiggled my way out of here. It can't be further than like where my arm can reach in any direction. And I keep searching and I'm like, wait a minute. Did I like get under there and not bring it with me? Is that possible? Sure enough, I start pulling the suitcases out again. Meanwhile, I'm grabbing a little plastic bit to make some sounds on the mat for you guys, okay? But I'm gonna keep going with this story. So I'm like, wait, it's nowhere to be found. Is it possible that I wiggled in, grabbed it, turned the sound off, and wiggled out without it? And in my state of being, I was like, yeah, that's possible. So I pull all the suitcases out again and all the things down there, and I look, and sure enough, it's literally they're in the same spot. Like I literally just turned the sound off and started wiggling out. I didn't take it with me. So I do the whole wiggle thing, like I'm dusty, like my clothes are dusty. I'm like dusting the floor with my clothes. And I get out and I put it back in, and yeah, finally I had my phone. It was a mess. It was if someone had been watching, it would have been very entertaining, at least. So that was the other day. Something happened after that too. I can't even remember. Remember what it was. I was trying to do something and completely failed at it as well. So that's how my day kind of went, you know. So I'll go ahead and link the video for you guys. It's the no talking version of this one. It's an hour long, because I took portions and I looped them so you could fall asleep to it. Hopefully you can fall asleep to this too, but I just wanted to make it longer when it was me talking. Just that consistent background noise, so I'll link that below. And if I remember, I'll also link the video that I first had this mat in with. It was tapping and scratching on office supplies. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the sounds this makes, and I'm sure it will make some appearances in some upcoming videos as well. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night. Talk to you later. Bye for now.